We've all been there, right? In a classroom or a group where something just feels off. And then you've probably been in those amazing ones where you feel totally at home, like you can really be yourself. So what's the difference? Well, today, we're diving into the blueprint for building a community where everyone truly belongs. Not by accident, but by design. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with a little imagination exercise. Just take a second and picture it. What does a classroom with real, genuine respect actually look like? What do you hear? And, maybe most importantly, what does it feel like when you walk in? Is it calm? Is it buzzing with energy? Is it safe? Getting that shared vision in our heads, well, that's our North Star for everything we're about to do.
Now let's flip the script and make it personal. What do you need? Like, what do you as an individual need to feel safe enough to share a wild idea? To feel valued, like your voice actually matters? To feel included? Because honestly, understanding those personal needs, that's the real ground floor. That's the foundation we build everything else on.
So, what's the secret sauce here? How do we make this actually happen? It's a huge shift in how we think about it. We're basically tossing out that old playbook where the teacher just hands down a list of rules from on high. Instead, we're talking about building agreements together from the ground up. This isn't just my classroom or your classroom, it's our classroom.
And this right here, this says it all. It's so simple but so powerful. You just don't get real buy-in, real respect, by demanding it. You get it by building it, side by side. When we all have a hand in shaping our community, we all feel a sense of ownership in making it succeed. This is the big idea. It's going to guide everything we do from here on out.
Okay, so I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but how? How do we actually do this? And that's a fair question. Well, that's what this next part is all about. We've got a blueprint, a really clear step-by-step guide to take all these good feelings and shared values and turn them into our everyday, lived-in reality.
And here is that blueprint in action. It's a 4-step process. See, it starts with that individual reflection, thinking about what you need. Then we move into small groups to share those ideas. Now, step 3 is the magic moment. That's where we translate big ideas, these abstract values, into concrete, doable actions. And finally, we all come together to build a consensus. It's a journey from me to we.
So let's be super clear about what we're actually creating. These are not just vague rules like be nice or be respectful. Community agreements are the specific, concrete things we can actually see each other do. They're the observable actions that prove our shared values are real. They're the how that brings our why to life.
And this example just makes it all click, doesn't it? Look at the difference. The value is respect. That's great, but it's kind of fuzzy, right? How do you even measure that? But the agreement, we listen to understand, not just to respond. Wow, that's an action. That is something we can actually practice and see each other doing. It's so much more powerful.
Of course, let's be real. We're all human. We're going to mess up. There will be times when our agreements get broken. So what happens then? This is where we make another huge, important shift. We move away from a culture of punishment and toward a culture of repair and growth. This is the new foundation. It changes everything. When something goes wrong, our very first question isn't who's in trouble or what's the consequence. Instead, it's, okay, what harm was done here and how can we work together to fix it? This mindset keeps us connected as a team, even when we make mistakes.
And this slide just lays out the difference so clearly. You've got traditional punishment over here. It's all about the rule that was broken, and it usually ends up pushing people away, creating disconnection. But then you have restorative accountability. Its focus is on the relationship that was damaged. The whole goal isn't to push someone out, it's to repair the connection and figure out how to bring them back in.
All right, let's put this into practice. Think about this scenario for a second. We've all seen it. Someone just keeps interrupting during a discussion. Now, instead of a teacher just saying, "Stop interrupting," how could we, as a group, use our agreements to actually repair the flow of that conversation? What would that look like? What would it sound like? See, it's about addressing the impact on the group, not just pointing a finger at one person.
Okay, now for a trickier one. A joke is made, and it causes real harm. Someone feels hurt or uncomfortable. This is where this restorative work is so critical. The goal isn't to shame or embarrass the person who made the joke. The goal is to address the harm that was felt. So, how do we create a way to acknowledge that harm and repair it, all while making sure everyone involved maintains their dignity? It's a challenge, for sure. But getting this right is at the very heart of a truly strong community. And it's so important to remember that this work is never really done. It's not like we create these agreements, stick them on the wall, and then just forget about them. A community is a living, breathing thing, you know? It needs constant attention and care to stay healthy and vibrant.
So how do we keep it alive? Well, here are 3 really practical ways. First, we actually schedule time to check in, to ask, hey, how are we doing with these agreements? Second, we create safe and easy ways to give each other feedback. And maybe the most important part, we build a culture where every single one of us takes personal ownership for the health and success of our community.
So we end right where we started, with you. This whole process, this whole idea, is built on individual commitment. So I'm going to leave you with this question to really think about. What is your personal pledge? What is one specific, concrete action you will commit to help make this community a place where every single person knows, without a single doubt, that they belong? That's the real work, and it starts right now, with each of us.